Hello, I'm Chris.
I'm Barry. Welcome to Coull Discussions, guys. Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about... We did an episode previous about schools and some stuff that's happening in schools, but the missus found something on social media that made me want to talk about it again. Because we're going through something a little bit similar with one of our kids. My son, my oldest, he's in grade 1 right now, and he has problems with one kid and stuff like that.
Still having the same problems?
Yeah, a little. Not as well. Yeah, it's still happening.
Oh.
She found a story. Some person put it on the interwebs that maybe I should just read it. What it was. So yesterday at school, my son got in a fight with another boy, and that boy pulled a knife on my son. Scariest moment of my life when the principal called me. The son is okay. He ran to his teacher, and the boy was caught with the knife. This all happened over a Pokemon card. Yes, my son was in the wrong because he stole a card. Yesterday morning at 8 a.m., my son went to his school doors where this child walked up to him and said, "Give me my card back or I'm going to kill you," and pulled out a knife. 4 hours later, they notified the mom that this happened. Hold on, I'm just kind of scrolling because I don't need to read the little things that are put in here. The kid was given a 2-day suspension by the principal. Hold on, sorry guys. They took the boys to the office, talked to the son, sent him back to class, gave the other boy a 2-day suspension at the end of yesterday. Slap on the wrist, in my opinion. I don't exactly know what I would have wanted to happen, but definitely call the mom sooner. Obviously, now that's like the gist of the story. Is the kid apparently stole a card from this one kid, and the other kid pulled a knife. Now this is grade 3. These kids were in grade 3. Now I don't know. This rant was taken down off of the Facebook site. So I'm not 100% how true it was. But even we are dealing with situations where my son has been physically hurt 3 times by this one student.
3 times now.
Yeah, We've actually talked to the teachers and the resource officer there multiple times, on the phone and in person, and they said that pretty much they would monitor the situation. Now, if this situation is true, why is this child not expelled from school? This child, number one, I'm just so confused of this whole situation. How does this child have a knife? Number one.
Easy, you can grab it from the kitchen.
Where are your parents? You're fucking 8 years old in grade 3?
3 years to what your son's...
So 8, 9, somewhere in there?
Yeah.
So are parents not getting their kids ready in the morning and shooing them out the door?
Well, yeah.
Anymore?
Are you frisking your child's...
Well, I'm looking at their backpack.
Are you?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you put their lunch in there, you pack their backpack for them, or you help them, you check it for homework. You know what I mean? Like...
No. Okay, you mean to do that for your son right now, but are you going to do it in 3 years?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
You damn right.
No. See? Answer right there. Question, answer.
You damn right, because I think it's the responsibility of your parent. Like when we talk to the teachers at my son's school, we were told that this student that he's having problems with may not have control of his body. He's very hyper. And I'm kind of going, I don't care.
So?
These incidents always happen during unsupervised times, like whether there's a substitute teacher in, or when it's lunchtime, or when there's like transitional times and stuff like that. And we have one of my son's friends lives right across the way from us. And the other day, his mom came over, and I was talking to her. Because the same thing's happening to him, her kid, that he's being bullied, and
by the same kid.
And so she went to the school, and she got the same. We'll monitor the situation, right? And I'm just wondering when it goes past the monitoring situation of schools, where it, it feels to me like they're just going through their ABCs of training. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I found out that a kid pulled a knife on my kid, I would probably grab that kid and throw them into a garbage can. You know what I mean? Like, or I would punch the parent in the face and be like, "What are you doing?" You know what I mean? I'm just so, and I knew that I would have a problem with public school because it's a public school. It's ran by our government, and if you've watched the show for a long time, you know of my disdain for government. So I knew that it would be very difficult, but I didn't think in year one it would be difficult like this. I didn't think dealing with the school would be like, I've had to talk to the school between my wife and I probably 7 times. We've been on the phone and once in person. That's above and beyond like the regular parent-teacher interviews and stuff like that. And it's like, and there's more stuff that I'm hearing that our son is telling us that we're going, what's going on? Like apparently this kid that they're having problems with is on a sticker system. You know,
what's a sticker system?
Where he gets a happy face every time he's good. And my son was saying he gets an iPad if he's really good to do work or play games on or something like that. And I'm going, huh?
Is your son on the same system?
No. There's 2 people in the class because I guess they share a classroom. Now, we haven't, like, it doesn't bother our son, so we're like, okay, we're not going to, like,
yeah.
I'll bring it up at next parent-teacher conference, and I'll be like, what's going on? What's up with this? You know what I mean? And it's like, but...
Why is he being
rewarded
to behave
good
like all
behavior?
the other kids?
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So, like, it's very hard when you're talking to a 6-year-old to get a whole story out of them.
No,
you know
it's
what I mean?
true. It's understandable. Like, I remember having a conversation with my parents and trying to get a point across to them, and they ended up not listening to me, going to the teacher, yelling at the teacher, and the teacher explained it to them, and they're like, oh. And I'm like, well, now you feel stupid. Thanks for not listening to me. It's hard to, as a child, to talk to a parent. It's not their fault. It's just they don't know the nuances of language the way we do.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. First off, back to the Facebook post. The kid who pulled the knife, yes, there should have been a cop called. There should have been a cop involved. At the very worst, the cop should have shown up and the kid should have been suspended, right? You know, maybe not expelled. First time the parents talked to the parents of the kid who pulled the knife. They should have been there. There should have been a cop. There should have been something, because this kid has now learned that he doesn't get punished. He doesn't.
There's
really
no consequences for his actions, and it's
the other kid. Now this Facebook post, because I did read it, the mother is definitely trying to paint her son as a victim. The only thing she admits to is like, oh, he shouldn't have stolen the car. The son should have been suspended for stealing as well. Because, you know, okay, he had a traumatic event, but, you know, he shouldn't get scot-free for what he did. So he should have been, you know...
There should have been consequences on both ends, because they're both bad acts. And, you know, it's like...
Police. Definitely police. You should...
That was
Children,
the first thing.
From a young age, should understand that there are consequences for our actions. And I find, when I was a kid, if I did something stupid, I was punished immediately. Nowadays, I find that kids don't get punished.
No, they
and
don't.
They're learning that they can do whatever they want.
They can push the envelope as far as they want.
And then all they have to do is go, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then that's it. It's like, no, you can't
sorry doesn't
punch somebody in the face as an adult and go, I'm sorry, and not expect another fist to your face as well.
And I said that to the teacher and the resource officer when we had our little meeting, and I said, imagine if I was to swing my back up an object at somebody and hit them in the face. They could go to the cops and have me charged with assault.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and they didn't really respond to that. They didn't really... They just kind of were like, well, your son's safety is... And it's like, well, obviously
it's not.
Obviously you don't care about my son's safety because you would have this kid removed. You know what I mean? I just don't think... I think that because we're trying to accept everything and everybody, we don't want to make harsh decisions, and we don't, like, as from a school board, they don't want to put themselves in a situation where it could be bad in public eyes. You know, if you take a kid out of school for being a violent person, you know what I mean? And their parents could come up with some sob story of something, right? And it's like...
Well, okay, but unfortunately, it is true. A parent can easily just start putting on the waterworks and saying a sob story, and all of a sudden everybody feels for the child. And it's like, okay, we as a society are bad for that. You know, all you have to do is hear a sob story, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, all rules are thrown out. You know, well, no longer do the rules apply to this person because there's a sob story. Mm-hmm. And we as a society have gotten pretty bad in that regards. But it's.
I don't feel like I don't feel like my kid is safe at school. You know, like I get that the teachers can't monitor 100% of the time. I get it.
Yeah, and that's understandable.
I get it.
There's, 400 kids in your school? Or
700 or something?
700?
Yeah. And, you know, I get things like his friend at school, when they play and stuff, Hayden's gotten hurt, but he knows that, well, we're just playing around and I got hurt. But he comes home and says that this person is mean to him. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'd like to think that my kid is smart enough to know the difference between somebody being mean and just playing around.
If anything, a child would
I think
understand that more.
I think so, yeah. Because children are they're like, hate isn't taught.
Children, the world tends to be very black and white compared to adults where there's too many shades of gray.
We've put my son in MMA recently. He's been to 3 classes now. And after the last incident, he said to me and my wife, he said, I want to take more MMA so I can hurt this kid.
Ooh.
And we went, whoa, buddy, that's not why you're in this. You're not in this so you can hurt people. We diffused the situation. We went, listen. And I akined it to, he plays Minecraft, and I said, why do you wear armor in Minecraft? And he said, to protect myself. And I said, exactly. You are going to MMA as an armor and as a tool to protect yourself. And I hope that he understood it. But to have your kids say that,
bravo, actually.
To hear your kids say, I want to do something so I can hurt somebody, it's like, well, obviously this has gone too far.
Yeah.
And this is very bad of me, but at the we did put him in MMA to protect himself.
Yep.
But if he ends up hurting this kid or any kid along throughout his life because he uses this tool, I'm not, and he's in a defensive role and he hurts somebody, I'm not going to be like, buddy, you did a bad thing. I'm going to be like, you protected yourself? Okay. That's unfortunate that the kid got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I encourage parents out there to give your kid some sort of tool for defense.
Yeah.
Not for offense and not to be violent, but as a defense. And as an armor of some sort.
In all fairness, any courses that teach any kind of self-defense, they should be telling kids or whoever's in their class that this is not an offensive weapon. This is used to defend yourself.
Yeah,
you are in a tough situation.
The teacher said that. He said that.
Good.
When we first talked to him, he's like, when my wife talked to him on the phone, he's like, I'm not going to teach him how to fight. I'm going to teach him how to defend himself. And that's exactly the reason that he's in it, is to protect himself, to give himself confidence, to just when he talks to somebody, because my son's very shy.
Yeah.
He's very quiet. He's very meek, and it's like to give him that. Okay, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to be a man, be a human. You know what I mean? Like talk to somebody and look them in the face and project your voice and stuff like that, and just be assertive. You know, because we've told him many times with this child, be assertive with him. If he's doing something that you don't want him to do, make sure that you assert yourself. And I said, give him 3 chances, and if he doesn't leave you alone, then you have our utmost support to do what you need to do to get him away from you. And that's what our parents told us too. From what I remember, is that you give somebody three times to leave you alone, and then punch him in the face all you want. You know what I mean? And I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
it is.
And I've always had that in the back of my head. If you push me or you touch me or you do something to antagonize me 3 times, and I've told you 3 times to stop, then okay. It's sounding like Donkey Kong. And you're going to get one of these right to the face. You know? I don't think that's wrong.
No,
or if you punch me first.
Well,
then, then it's
escalation.
Yeah, then it's on like Donkey Kong.
Unfortunately, when you're in a fight, you fight to win. You don't fight to
look pretty or to.
It's one of those ugly things. Like when you're in a fight, you don't fight with honor or anything like that, because if this guy threw a punch at you first, he's in the fight to win.
Yeah.
So you should be in the fight to win as well. So all bets are off. Sorry to say that. There's not going to be, put up your dukes.
Yeah.
Just like kick you in the crotch, break your nose.
Yeah. For all I know, you could be trying to kill me.
Yes. Exactly.
So,
and for all I know, you could have training in some sort of martial arts.
Well,
in which case,
I'm screwed.
Well,
I'm screwed.
In theory, yes. In theory, yes.
I'm screwed. You're going to go all Bruce Lee on me. I'm going to be like, oh, shit.
I need a rock.
Where's my gun?
Yeah. Oh, wait, we're not Americans.
Yeah.
We don't have
No.
handguns. Well, we do, but...
Yeah, so when I saw this post and she told me about it, I kind of went... It hits a little bit closer to home because when you're dealing with the school board, with the school, it's very tough. It's very bureaucratic.
Yes.
And it's just like, okay, we're all a team here, they said, and I'm, in my back of my mind, I'm going, you're not a very good teammate then.
It's like,
you
can
suck.
I be on a different team? Because you're not playing
like,
for my team.
You suck.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, and I said this in the previous school episode, I think that the parents, the only way to get through to the parents, because I think a lot of parents view school as like a babysitting tool now. They send their kids off and they're like, whatever, I don't have to worry about them for 6 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that if you have a delinquent student or a bad student and you inconvenience the parents, they're going to understand it more. So if they have to, your kid is bad, you get a phone call at work and saying, you have to come here now. That's inconvenient. That's very inconvenient. Your kid isn't able to come to school for a week. You got to find babysitting. You got to find this, or you got to take time off work, and that's inconveniencing. That would piss me off as a parent. When I have to sit on.
Well, unfortunately, some of those parents are going to go, "Well, I'm pissed off at the school," instead of, "Well, maybe I should teach my kids manners."
Well, yeah, exactly.
So it's one of those things.
Exactly.
What is this world coming to?
Yeah.
No, I bet you our parents are.
Probably the same thing. Yeah.
So. Yeah, we will probably talk about schools again.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
Many things are going to show up. So thank you for joining us and listening to us have a little rant about this. Hopefully, your children aren't doing the same. Or hopefully,
don't punish your kid. If they're a bully, punish your kid. Come on. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. We got previous videos. Check out our last school video about kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's pretty good.
All right.
See you later.
See ya.